2. Check, check, 1, 2. I don't know if I'm coming through all right. Mic check, 1, 2. It does not sound like I'm coming through.
I see you here, though.
Okay.
Well, that's because this is...
1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Yeah, I'm coming through.
Okay, perfect. Are you pretty much ready to go?
Yeah, relatively.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to start the stream.
Okay.
I'll give you the point when you're live.
Okay.
Okay, you are live.
Okay. It's time for more Mariners basketball here in early October in the last of 2 exhibition home games between the VIU Mariners and the Fraser Valley Cascades. Opening tip, UFV wins it back, immediately gets called back, and we are already 3 seconds deep. Johnson will inbound to try and get the Mariners some early momentum. Bastion finds Bender just outside. Bender gonna trade places with Johnson, back to Bender. Bender cuts in, almost loses the ball, throws it to nobody. That's gonna be Fraser Valley basketball. We apologize to those of you that missed the sounds of our lovely PA announcer, Matt Carter. He's currently not by the scores table. He's currently right next to me, helping run the stream. Still scoreless here in Nanaimo as here comes Bastion. Bender cuts in right side, dangles, gets inside the paint, puts up a layup that goes just wide. Croak racing in now, bullies his way into the paint, can't quite finish. Bastion ahead for Madrovic. Thinks about going for a 3, kicks it back out to Bastion. Inside now, and Madrovic gets the first points of the game. Williamson over to Croak as the Cascades advance back across center court. Lopez with the pass to Jake Williamson. And we are tied early. Bastion now finds Bender. Bender looking for Bastion. Curls out right side, finds Bender again. Bender gonna cut inside. The one-handed layup goes through, and the Mariners are back up by 2. Inside the paint is Dario Lopez. Lopez bullies his way in, puts 2 more of his own. And it's already becoming a glorified game of ping pong here in Nanaimo. Bastion and Bender across center court. Bastion, this time he's gonna get some action. And he gets the and 1. Ryan Bastion, let me get a 3-piece. Ryan Bastian, the former CBC Bearcat. Fourth in the pack West in defensive rebounds as Lopez picks up one of his own. Now Croak going back across center court, guarded by Bastian. Croak gonna cut in, almost puts up two of his own, and the Mariners take it back. Here comes Caleb Johnson. Johnson tries to cut inside, finds Bastian, thinks about going for a three, chooses to go inside. Finds Madrovic, who can't quite put up two of his own. Madrovic there again, tries to get it. Rebound there by Williamson, taken back, and out comes Croak. Dario Lopez almost lose it, still stays in bounds, finds Croak again. Croak with the fake Euro step, kicks it back out for a big man three that goes through. Matthias Klim puts up 3 points of his own. Slow back into their zone. Johnson over to Bender, kicks back out to Madrovic for three. Can't quite get there. And Croak there to rebound again. Rondawa now over to Williamson, kicks out to Lopez for a three that goes just short. And back cross comes Bastian for Johnson. Johnson gonna cut inside, puts up a mid-range. Oh yeah, Caleb Johnson. Long pass. Rallied around a few people there, makes his way back to Rendawa, and now to Croak. But to get inside, shot clock winding down. That's gonna be Mariners basketball. Unfortunately, I can't do the same vocal scratches that Matt does, but he's heading back down to the scores table. We should get some very soon. Bastian emerging from the opposing paint. Finds Bender inside, has his pocket picked. And now here come the Cascades. Croak, guarded by Bender. Back to Marcus Flores, who can't quite put up two. But he's got that foul. Cascades roster 18 players for the upcoming season, but an overwhelming 13 of them major in arts. I think it's pretty safe to say that head coach Joe Nevelson has a type when it comes to his players. Croak will inbound, try and get two of his own. Finds Williamson, puts up a three, can't quite get there. Poked out, has his pocket picked by Bender. Here come the Mariners back up. Johnson, three, connects! Caleb Johnson puts the Mariners into double digits early in this first quarter. Now Croak comes back in, finds Williamson. Williamson back out to Croak, cuts inside the paint, tries to put up two of his own, can't quite get there. Bastian tried to hoard it away, and that's gonna draw a whistle. Already we've got substitutions. Peter Lee will step in as he finds Johnson. Mano-a-mano on Clay Kurtz. Johnson directs traffic, tries to get Lee to cut inside. Johnson almost lose it, does lose it. Ismael Hernandez over now for Clay Kurtz. Kurtz finds Hernandez again. Now over to Vince Velasquez. Velasquez stepping back, tries to cut right, cuts left. Tries to find someone inside the paint, can't quite get there. Here comes Madrovic, 2 points on his mind. Can't quite get 2 points on the scoreboard as Vince Velasquez brings it back across. Now here comes Hernandez deep inside the paint, has his pocket picked again. Here come the Mariners. Lee can't quite get 3 as Velasquez picks it back up. Velasquez over to Lopez, who connects and puts the game back within 2. Johnson right side, swings back out. Now Bastian finds, can't quite connect. It was Kai Layton with the attempted 3. Now Velasquez maneuvering. Long catch there from Dario Lopez. Double teamed. And now Hernandez tries to backswing 2 inside, but he can't get there. He is going to draw 2. When I spoke with the coaching staff before tip-off, they said that the Mariners were relatively undersized compared to this UFV team. And they were going to need to hustle and attack from every possible spot. Inside the paint, mid-range, from 3, you name it. And so far, that's what both teams are doing tonight. Hernandez connects. Wide open, it's Bender. Cuts inside the paint. Can't quite connect. But that's going to get him a couple servings at the charity stripe. The man who his teammates liken to Ja Morant. He spent last year with the Green River Gators, earned a reputation as a minute muncher with a strong two-way game and a 53.3 shooting percentage, 35% from beyond the arc. Kurtz with the metaphorical handoff to Velasquez, who makes his way across center court. Bender on him like a cheap suit. Inside, that's going to be Mariners basketball. Bastian gonna cut inside, gonna do it himself. Leto can't quite connect. Easy rebound there for the Cascades as Uyi Olagala, the former defensive end at Holy Cross, is there to collect it now with a chance to put up a couple points of his own. Olagala over now for Croak. Inside for the fouled Marcus Flores. As always, I apologize if I mispronounce or struggle with any names tonight. I'm a college student, just like a majority of the people in here, so I've got other things on my mind. Flores must have had a couple things on his mind as he misses the first free throw. But he makes good on the second one. Now Leto with the pass out to Bastian. Bastian weaves past the defender, tries to put up 2 of his own, can't quite get there. Kurtz there to rebound as he races back across center court. Kurtz finds Croak. Croak gonna cut inside, back out to Kurtz. Kurtz with the spin move, falls to the floor. And that's gonna draw an inbound. Bender, the catalyst from the sideline, as he finds Peter Lee, the former Kitsilano Blue Demon. Lee finds Leto. His fellow big man, Kai Layton, approaching. Hand off back to Bender, almost lose it. Gonna cut inside the paint, tries to put up two of his own, and he does! Cameron Bender with a little shimmy as he puts the Mariners back up by 2. Croak with a chance to equalize. Gonna do it himself. Can't quite connect, but he is gonna draw those 2. This upcoming Pac-West basketball season will be the 12th consecutive for Mariners head coach Matt Kosminski. He replaced Tony Bryce in 2012, who is currently head coach of the women's. In his first year, Kosminski led the Mariners to a national title, with another one coming in 2019. He's won 2 Coach of the Year titles and looks to win 1 more this upcoming season. Awfully quiet here in Nanaimo as the players strategize for the impending inbound. Bender to light the fuse. Lots of people chooses to go for the big man Layton, who immediately kicks it back out to Katapski Tinga, who tries to put up 2 of his own, falls to the floor. The former defensive end at Holy Cross, Uyi Olagala, gives UFV their first lead of the night. Katapski Tinga with the wide pass open to Lee, who immediately shakes off defenders, gonna get inside, tries to put up 2 of his own. Mariners are just getting killed on the glass tonight as Flores there to pick up the loose change. But it could be Lee coming home with 2 of his own. Fans, don't forget to check out the home opener on October 18th, where the men's and women's take on the Okanagan College Coyotes. Lee connects, and now the Cascades are going to try to break the newly formed tie. Williamson, whistle called, that's going to be 2. Once again, Olagola to the line. Immediately puts the Cascades back up by 1. Can he make it 2? Looked like it for a second, but it just rims out. And now here come the Mariners. Katapski Tinga, the St. Francis Xavier alum, with Lee. Now Bender. Bender gonna cut in, and 1! Cameron Bender, can I get a 3-piece? Bender with a 2-piece. Now he's at the line to get a biscuit. And get a biscuit he does not, as Williamson finds Olagola. Immediately dekes past Bender, but still staying on him. Williamson hesitates, finds Croak. Croak gonna cut back to center, gets inside, that's gonna draw one more. Katapski-Tinga, the culprit for this latest foul. The alum of St. Francis Xavier University brings much needed title pedigree to this Mariners outfit. Of course, winning a national title in his freshman year with the men from Antigonish, New Brunswick, as here comes Bender. Almost had his pocket picked. Layton, and now here comes Olagola, gonna put up two of his own, and he does. Mariners gotta hurry if they want to go into the second quarter tied. Peter Lee, shot clock is dark, fans on their feet. Lee, gonna let it run down, guarded by Williamson. 2 seconds, 1 second, Lee puts up a floater, can't quite get it. And the Cascades will go into the second quarter up by a deuce. When I spoke with Scott Marr before the game, he said that the Mariners needed to hustle and get those rebounds. So far, Kyle Layton and Peter Lee are the only ones who seem to be getting that message. Layton's had 2, Lee has had 1, the rest of the team, nothing. In comparison, the Cascades have been absolutely relentless on the glass. 8 total rebounds, the most coming from the big man Dario Lopez. As we now go into the second quarter. For those just checking in, welcome aboard. For those who are here in the first quarter, welcome back. Bastion gets body shot by the big man, Uyi Olagola. That's gonna draw an inbound from the sideline with Lee there to light the fuse. Slowly moving now, he finds Bastion just beyond the line. Back to Lee. Over to Max Diamato. First time seeing him tonight. Trades places with Lee. Lee gonna cut inside. Finds Bastion, almost has his pocket pick. It's a scramble on the floor, and it looks like it's gonna go out of bounds, barely kept in bounds, and the Cascades are there to recover. Refs making sure that the floor is nice, clean, and non-slippable. Very important, especially in a basketball setting. Uyi Olagola, prepare to hear that name many more times tonight as he finds Takashi Croak, guarded by Bastion. He was 4th in rebounds among the Pac West last season with the CBC Bearcats. Now he finds Matthias Klim, back out to Croak. And that's going to turn it over. Lee gets the party started on this possession. 19 seconds to go on the shot clock, spinning around Croak. Gonna find Johnson on the outside, tries to cut in, but it gets called off. An overall lack of discipline from the Mariners so far. I imagine that'll be something that Kuzminski and Simpson address going into the second half. So far, no points have been scored, but Croak is there to change that as he gets sent to the line. Dario Lopez to shoot a free throw, followed by another. No doubt a name resemblance to Dario Saric. Part of a trade in the 2018-19 NBA season that sent Jimmy Butler to Philadelphia. I imagine they were able to re-sign him and wouldn't prioritize someone like, let's say, Tobias Harris. Connects on the second one, puts the Cascades up by 3. And now charging ahead is Bastion, who finds Bender, gonna cut inside, tries to put up 2, and D'Amato can't quite connect with the open layup as the Cascades race back out. And getting 2 more points are the Cascades. D'Amato finds Bender, who puts up a 3. Can't quite connect. Taken off the boards by Takashi Croak, who finds Lopez on the inside for 2 more. 7-point game early in this second quarter. Bastion finds Johnson, the sharpshooter, who connects. Caleb Johnson, the pride of Alaska, puts the game back within 4. And now Olagola looking to at least partially undo that as he finds Croak, the catalyst, from beyond the line. Croak gonna cut in, shot clock winding down, puts up a 3, it connects. Arpan Singh with his first points of the night. 21-28 UFV. Bender gets called for a travel. That's going to turn the ball back over. So far, a very undisciplined and very sloppy first half from the Mariners. Don't know how much of that is sheer recklessness or how much it's trying to fight and compensate for their lack of size relative to this team. But whatever it is, the refs are quick to call him out. Arpan Singh immediately finds Velasquez, who almost has his pocket picked, does by Bastion. And now here comes Johnson with another 3. Oh yeah! Caleb Johnson! A heavy collision from inside the paint. Lee gets knocked down, but it looks like he can get back up under his own power. And it looks like he's gonna be A-okay as a timeout gets called. We appreciate the Mariners fans everywhere, from checking in wherever they may be. From those of you in Winnipeg and Ontario to those of you in Nanaimo and the Yukon. We appreciate every single one of you as the Mariners look to ride that fan support to their 4th national title. Mariners currently facing a 2-score deficit, but in this kind of game where it's been back and forth all night long, anything can happen. Bastion here to make sure that anything is 2 points as he finds Layton, who trades place with Bender. Out now, Johnson can't quite connect with the 3rd in a row and gets knocked down. And that's gonna send him to the line. Nice little spin move there as he connects with the first one. Mariners back within 3. He's got 2 more coming up. And he connects there. Can he go 3 for 3? You bet he can. Mariners down by 1. Velasquez almost stumbles with Randhawa at his right. Guarded by Bastion, looking for an option, decides he's gonna weave in himself. Finds Singh, who's gonna put up 2 of his own, and it trickles into the basket as the Cascades crack 30. Long pass ahead for Bender, who somehow connects. And that's gonna stop play. Mariners with a chance to make good on their past mistakes. As they send Lee out of bounds. UFV doing the same with Dilvir Randhawa to guard him. As he finds Johnson. He's been on fire from 3 tonight. Can he do one more? He cuts out to Lee with a 3 of his own. Connects! Peter Lee from downtown. And now here comes Clay Kurtz with the unintentional inbound over to Randhawa. Almost has pocket picked by Bender, gonna kick back out for a 3 that goes off the rim. Almost a second chance there for Singh, but the play gets called off. Don't look now, but we got ourselves a tied ball game as it goes back out of bounds on the shot there from Dario Lopez. And now, Caleb Johnson inbounds to Lee with a chance to break the tie in the Mariners' favor. Madrovic back out to Johnson, gonna cut inside with a mid-range. Can't quite get there. Bender didn't hustle fast enough, and now here comes Kurtz on a fast break and 2 points of his own. Still within 1 possession now, as Madrovic, the former Belmont Bulldog. Layton, Johnson, can't quite get there. Almost a tip, rebound taken back by Bender. Johnson again, gonna cut back inside. Oh yeah! Caleb Johnson with 2 of his own, and the game is tied. Singh gonna take it across center court, guarded by the hot hand, Caleb Johnson. Madrovic hounding a defender. Now Randawa again. Inside for Lopez, who got touched by Bender. Play setting up before the ball even comes in. Handoff there to Clay Kurtz, who draws an and one. Trying to ensure that the Mariners can only tie on their next possession. Calmly shoots up a free throw that goes just wide there to take it back. And the steal by Johnson. Here he comes inside. Take a look at what he did. Caleb Johnson ties it again as the Cascades advance once again across center court. Back out now to Croak. Gonna cut inside. Finds Kurtz. Cuts inside again. Has his pocket picked. Here come the Mariners. Madrovic gonna cut inside. Out now to Layton. Back out. Lee, three. Can't quite connect. I apologize for my voice giving out. Kurtz with the kick out to Hernandez for a three that goes out. And that's going to send a Cascade to the floor. And setting up play again from the sidelines is Croak, who finds Dario Lopez. Lopez back to Croak. Lopez again thinks about a three. Hesitates, gonna cut inside, put up a mid-range that connects. Saw shades of Nikola Jokic with that shooting form. Now Johnson, he's been on fire tonight. Had a chance to get even hotter, and he's gonna get two. He was 38 for 46 on free throws last year, and he's been relatively consistent tonight. If I remember correctly, he has not missed, and he still has not missed. Announcer jinx notwithstanding. Why do I open my mouth? But it doesn't matter as Johnson gonna cut back inside and try to get the lost point. And one more! The hot hand feeds the Mariners their first lead in quite a while. As Lopez gonna cut inside, tries to put up two of his own. Can't quite connect, that's gonna be a travel! Mariners basketball! Lee, he's been amazing so far tonight. That play was not as Lopez picks up an errant pass, gives the Cascades another shot. Takashi Croak. Mariners hoping for possession. And that's yet another inbound. Mariners have just been unable to get anything going tonight, offensively or defensively, as the Cascades retake the lead on a shot from Croak. Now Lee joined by Layton. with Adams. Now back to Lee. Lee puts up a shot of his own. Can't quite connect. Johnson almost hustled for the rebound, and Lopez there to take it back. He's been an absolute menace on the glass tonight. And when it rains tonight in Nanaimo, it pours. Cascades have had a lot of free throw chances, and they've converted on most of them. And with 2:10 to go in the first half, and the Cascades now up by 2, Mariners are looking to change the ending to that story, as a timeout is called. Only an exhibition game, and lots of people have turned out tonight here in Nanaimo. You can only imagine how many ravenous fans are going to be in here packing Building 190 by the time October comes. Saw like Robert Trujillo stance in the huddle there from Marcus Flores. Of course, the debate on the best Metallica bassist from Burton to Newstead to Trujillo is still a highly contentious one to this day. What is not contentious is the effort that both teams have been showing tonight, as Layton gets his pocket picked and now has a chance to put up 2 tallies. He was the recipient of last year's 2A provincial title at Charles Hayes Secondary. Obviously a crucial component of that Rainmakers team. Didn't see much action in 2022, but he broke out 2 years ago, and he's continued to be a steady part of this Mariners team since. With the Mariners down by 1, they gotta hurry, as a 3 from UFV goes wide. Picking up the loose change there is Peter Lee, who immediately has his pocket picked. And now back comes Croak. 1:24 to go, tries to put up a shot of his own. That's gonna draw 2. In a game like basketball, it's all about winning those little battles. There's been a lot of little battles tonight, like on the boards, from beyond the line, from mid-range. And though the score sheet only implies a 1-point difference, that does not tell the full story. Cascades have definitely been outworking the Mariners team tonight, as Ryland Bastion shuts me up and the Mariners crack 40. Lopez back out to Croak left side. Croak gonna cut in, less than a minute to go. With the spin move inside, can't quite connect. Bastion there to collect the loose change. Bastion hesitates. Johnson cuts inside, finds Madrovic. Tries to put up two of his own, can't quite get there. Olagola. Over now to Kurtz. Lopez. 27 seconds to go. Croak, mid-range, connects. Cascades back up by one. Shot clock turned off. Lee hoping for something special here. 8 seconds now. Layton hesitates, goes inside. Lee from beyond the arc, connects! A buzzer beater in Nanaimo! Mariners up by 2 going into the second half. And we will take a 15-minute break. Mariners basketball will be back after these short messages, assuming we have any. check. Here we go. If you enjoy offense in a basketball game, it's probably not been a good night for you. Both teams have shot around 30, 33-ish% from the field. But the shots that they have made, over half of them have been from three. Cascades 57.9 from beyond the stripe. Mariners a whopping 63.6, most of them coming from Caleb Johnson. As was the case in the first quarter, Cascades have been dominant on the glass, registering 15 boards to the Mariners 7. Most of the boards for the guys in green coming from one Dario Lopez. Well, it's mostly been by committee for the Mariners, with Kai Layton taking most of the slack. One must wonder what Joe and Matt are plotting on those opposite sidelines. One must wonder whose personal beliefs were challenged from any locker room speeches or the sort. Bender, Madrovic, D'Amato, Johnson, and Bastian to get this party started in the second half. Welcome back to VIU Mariners basketball tonight here in Nanaimo. I'm Caleb Green for those uninitiated. Mariners trailed for most of the second quarter, but found themselves with a 2-point advantage following a buzzer beater from Peter Lee. Now Delvira Randawa will get the party started from the near sideline. Immediately finds Takashi Croak, who finds himself guarded by Bastian. Lopez gonna trade places and finds Randawa again, guarded by Johnson. Lopez with a wide open shot, almost picked off by Bender as he finds Matthias Klim, who puts up a shot of his own. Can't quite connect though. Mariners going from right to left on your screen now. D'Amato thinks about going for a three, trades places with Johnson. He's been awesome tonight. Hustles to get his own missed shot, can't quite get there. Randawa again. Back to Randawa. Bastian switching onto him, taking the place of Bender. Clem gonna back in a la Barkley. Lopez puts up a three, doesn't connect though. And the rebound there taken by Bastian. Bastian gonna find the Australian D'Amato, who connects with three of his own. Oi, 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 Max D'Amato! Cascades once again. Croak, he's been having himself a night as Randawa puts up a three that doesn't go. Bender, the strong two-way player out of Green River, tries to put up two of his own. Almost a good transition from defense into offense. But now we're going from defense into offense into potentially 2 more points for the Mariners. First impressions would lead you to believe that Bender is the furthest thing from Mariner, the product from Gilbert, Arizona. Didn't spend that much time by the ocean until he enrolled at Green River. Started 16 of 18 for the Green River Gators a couple years ago. Just under 4.5 rebounds per game, for a talent that I'm sure Kuzminski would love to build around. And don't look now, but the Mariners currently lead by 6. I believe that's their largest lead of the night. Croak looking to rewrite that story as he bullies his way into the paint, throws it away. That's gonna be Mariners basketball. Or at least the Mariners are hoping it is, following the courtesy inbound. Between the upright of Johnson's arms, now Olagola comes in, finds Lopez for 3, and we got a wedgie! First time I've seen that in my 2 years of college basketball games. Unfortunately, doesn't count for any points, but still humorous to see here. Mariners setting up their offense. D'Amato finds Johnson, cuts back inside. Lots of room, can't quite connect. Trying to keep it in bounds, cannot. That's going to be UFV basketball. Stretching catch there from Olagola, who finds Matthias Klim. Now Takashi Croak, he's been amazing tonight, has his pocket picked. Here come the Mariners. Bender bullies his way, can't quite connect. Almost there, finish, has it swatted away by Klim. Tale as old as time. Croak against Bastion. To Olagola, finds Lopez. Back to Croak. Has his armpits tickled by Bastion. Lopez hesitates, showing lots of speed for a big man. Against his number 14 fellow Donner D'Amato. Who's gonna draw 2 free throws and potentially cut the deficit down to 4. Lamentably, we only have 2 people operating one camera here tonight, and even if it goes as far right as possible within reason, it does not get a good enough view of the gondola, for better or for worse. 6:58 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bender steps back, gonna cut in himself, tries to yam it down, but he's just a bit low. And here comes Randawa, back to Croak, tries to put up a point of his own. Olagola, hounded by 2 Mariners, wide open. For 3, it's Lopez, can't quite connect. Rebound taken back by Bender. Hustling to get it out, finds Johnson. Immediately goes back to Bender. Here come the Mariners, back across center court. Bastion, D'Amato, oh yeah! Make it a 9-point game in favor of the hometown team. Timeout UFV. Three points there from D'Amato. 1 for each of the Mariners' 3 national titles, 2 of which coming under current head coach Matt Kuzminski. 1 coming under former head coach and current assistant Mark Simpson. That last one came in 1994 when they were known as the Malaspina Mariners. Why they made the change from Malaspina to VIU, I'm not certain, but it's easier to abbreviate. Once again, like to thank the people checking in from all across Canada, from those of you in Manitoba, Ontario, and beyond. As Croak traverses the court, mano-a-mano on Bastion, who finds Marcus Flores, almost cuts in inside. Great hustle there by Olagola to keep it in bounds. Croak, shot clock winding down. Randhawa tries to get a three, can't quite connect. Rebound D'Amato. Subtle handoff to Bender, and once again the Mariners setting up their offense. Johnson, the Anchorage product. Back to Bender, gonna bully his way inside. Play gets waved off before a probable three from Marcus Madrovic. Bender searching, finds Johnson. Johnson trying to find some wiggle room, has his pocket picked by Lopez. Now Randhawa over to Croak with the layup, immediately hits the floor. Luckily able to get up under his own power, but that's going to result in at least one throw. Connects with one. Cascades get their first points of the second half. Just under halfway to go in this third quarter. Can't quite get another one. Mariners immediately get possession back. Basketball trying to escape towards the entrance doors. Finds its rightful spot in the loving hands of Bender, who immediately kicks it out to Bastion. Matching up against Croak, Bastion makes his way outside the line. Once again finds Bender, barely keeps it in bounds, has his pocket picked by Olagola. Here he comes, has it thrown away. Mariners basketball. At least that's what they're hoping for. Inbound there for UFV. Mariners slightly incensed. Singh thought about taking the shot, kicks back out to Croak. Now Olagola. Haven't seen anyone else, surprisingly, for the Cascades tonight, or that could just be me not taking into account substitutions. Probably a combination of the two if we're being honest. Johnson finds Bender, who cuts inside, tries to put up two of his own, can't quite connect. But that's gonna draw a foul. It's a relatively evenly matched first half. Mariners only pulling ahead due to a buzzer beater, but so far in the second half, it's been all VIU. They've scored 8 out of 9 points tonight. Almost had to say 9 versus 10, but the announcer jinx strikes again. Now Croak gets called. Mariners basketball. Going to send the former Belmont Bulldog, Marcus Madrovic. Ryan Bastion hesitates. Finds Johnson, another three. Oh yeah! Someone get that man a permit. Mariners up by 11. Play once again blown dead. Mariners with their largest lead of the night. And we've got a bunch of subs coming on. Kai Layton checks into the game for the first time. Joining his 5 teammates in the huddle just beneath the basket. Same one they attacked in the first half, same one they're trying to defend now in this second. And after a lengthy pause in play, Takashi Croak awaiting. Now going to trade places with Arpan Singh. Modrovic showing that glute strength as Kuzminski gestures towards the officials. Still not sure why that took so long, as the Cascades immediately get momentum. Almost got 3 points. Modrovic there to pick up the loose garbage. Bender now finds Bastion. He's going to weave his way inside. Johnson, another one? Oh, not another one. Here comes Croak, who immediately has it stolen by Bastion. Coming in near side, finds inside the paint. Modrovic puts up 2 of his own. 56-42 with 3:36 to go. Very efficient offense from both sides. But I must admit, both teams have been a lot more turnover prone in this second half. A rather dominant second half for the Mariners, if I may emphasize. As Bastion with a chance to make the lead even larger, potentially on a silver platter. Can he do it? Yes! Can he do it one more time? Yes, he can! One of the better two-way players in this Pac West, as Lee almost would have had a layup. Play gets blown dead. That's going to be UFV ball. For whatever reason, we have yet to hear Matt's voice over the PA system. Though then again, it is only an exhibition game, so I suppose I can accept that. Just as Flores can accept getting 2 points of his own. And a 3 attempt from Lee goes wide. Bender hustling inside. Hernandez would have had it. Down goes Lopez. Not the kind of collision you want to see, especially in an exhibition game. Layton now joined by what looks to be his stunt double, Noah Leto. Bender hands the ball over. He's probably just as confused as I am. Scoreboard reads 58-44 for VIU. Lee immediately finds Bastion. Almost lose it, has the ball on a string akin to Irving. Finds Layton, inside for Bender. Bender gonna cut, tries to get two of his own, hits the floor. If there's anyone in the Nanaimo area who has an interest in becoming a color commentator one day, please let us know. I've called 2 preseason Mariners games already, and I already feel lonely. I miss the information they provide, and I miss having someone just to talk to during intermission. What Bender doesn't miss is a point. Now the Mariners are up 59-44. Croak inside for Flores. Flores rims it inside and one. Strange shooting form there from Flores, but I suppose it works as he gets one more on the board for the Cascades. Mariners looking to get more than one more as Lee cuts far side outside the three-point line. 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. Layton inside. Mariners got to hurry. 3 seconds. A beater. Can't quite get there. Bastion with a shot that goes left. Here comes Croak, joined by Hernandez and Flores. Kicks it out to Olagola, who cuts inside the paint. Back out to Croak, puts up a three. Can't quite connect. Rebound there from Peter Lee, the product of Qingdao, China. Bastion for three. Take a look at what he did. Ryland Bastion, his first three in quite a while. Puts the Mariners up 62-47. As a missed shot keeps it that way. And we've got another inbound coming up. Out to Olagala, back to Hernandez. Finds Croak, the focal point of this Cascades offense. Has it poked away! Ref signals Cascades basketball. Mariners bench hoping he changes his mind. He does not. Flores, an instant three, can't quite get there. Katapski Tinga with the shot over to Bastion, who's got lots of room. And an open three from Leto, can't quite connect. Rebound there by Olagola. Hustling in. Now Croak tries to find Flores inside. And that's gonna draw a pair. 49.8 to go in this third quarter. Mariners leading 62-47. Saw players from both sides attempting a lot of dunks in the pregame warm-up. At first I was unsure if they were for show or a teaser of what was to come. but I can pretty confidently say that it was for show. We have yet to see a major dunk in this game. But of course, with almost an entire quarter left to go, there's still lots of room for me to be proven wrong. Bender keeps the ball on a string, finds Layton. The rare big man three couldn't quite connect. Olagola comes in now. Finds Flores, loses the ball. That's going to be Mariners' possession. Peter Lee tries to shake off a defender like 1989. Finds Leto inside. And now Layton tries to trade places with Katapski. Tinga, who tries to get two of his own. Tip battle in front of the net. Neither team comes out victorious. Shot clock now silent. Bender, the catalyst, from behind the board. 10 seconds to go. Mariners gotta hurry. Lee, can he do it again? Pumps, fires, can't quite connect. Rebound there by the Cascades. Shot barely goes off, can't quite connect. And it's gonna be a 62-48 advantage for the home team going into the final stanza. No matter how much water I have, I never have enough. Mariners only have one fifth-year player on their roster, that being the 6'6" Noah Lato. The Sylvan Lake, Alberta native spent his high school days at Athol Murray College of Notre Dame. In comparison, they also only have one year one player who's not redshirting, that being Rylan Adams, product of Prince Rupert, went to Charles Hayes. Won an all-native basketball tournament immediate title in 2023 with the Prince Rupert Cubs and was named tournament MVP later that same year. Mariners redshirting two guards this season, that being Cohen Cadu and Boyd Anderson. Unlikely we'll see them in any meaningful tilts this year. But you never know if Matt Kuzminski's willing to pull them out of his bag of tricks. As Delvir Randawa tries to find Olagola inside, and Bender is there to take it back. Immediately hurrying. That's going to draw stoppage in play with 9:46 to go in the final quarter. Jake Williamson, a man who looks eerily similar to Gardner Minshew, misses a lone free throw to keep the game at its prior score. Bender finds Lee. On the other side of center court, now the two make their way across. Layton inside finds Bender. Bender out now to Leto. Almost got it. Rebound there by Lopez. Lopez racing now, finds Randawa. Inside for Hernandez, guarded by a sea of humanity, all of them wearing white and blue. And Lopez inside puts up 2 of his own as the Cascades crack 50. Inching his way across the white star is Lee, who connects with another 3. And it's a 15-point game in favor of the home team. Hernandez, we've been seeing a lot more of him in this quarter. Puts up a 3, goes wide. Rebound taken by Lee. Ahead for Leto. He's got lots of room, and he puts up 2 points of his own. Dominant second half from the Mariners so far, as an inbound will be awarded to the Cascades. Three from Williamson goes wide, and here comes Lee. Bender inside, goes for the wrong side of the board, slow to get up, but does. Fastball movement. Randawa with 3. Cascades might be trying to slowly creep their way back into this game. Mariners looking to undo that. Layton finds Lee on the outside, gets inside the paint, puts up 2 of his own. Ain't that nice? It's a 16-point game. Randawa with another 3. He's been taking a lot, hasn't connected on much of them though. As Katapski Tinga, the former Antigonish man. Bender inside for Layton, who can't quite connect, and here come the Cascades. Hernandez gonna do it himself, kicks back out to Lopez, puts up a 3 of his own, can't quite connect, and that's gonna draw a foul. Many subs coming in. Key among them, Matthias Klim and Takashi Croak to join Lopez, Olagola, and Williamson, who catches an inbound pass. Almost had his pocket picked by Lee. Can't quite connect on the other shot. It's going to be Mariners basketball with 7:07 to go. Honestly surprised that Johnson didn't just attempt a shot from full court. With how good he was, especially in that second quarter, I could easily see him making that. Luckily, he's going to get another chance. Johnson looking, finds Bender. Makes 2 people jump, cuts back across. Bender out now to Madrovic. Back to Bender. Inside for Layton. Has his pocket picked by Lopez. Here come the Cascades. Lopez back across. Gonna cut inside. Tries to put up 2 of his own. Immediately has it stolen back by Bender. And now Lee there to make good it. Has it swatted away by Lopez. First real block we've seen all day. Mariners bench is ecstatic. This building has come alive, relatively speaking. Lopez tried to do his best impression of a fly swatter on the basketball. Succeeded in the initial block, but now Lee's got a chance to put up at least 1 point. Why do I open my mouth? Can he make good? Man, I was doing so well earlier. Third chance for Lee. Can't connect on any of them, unfortunately. The rare fourth free throw. Can he get his revenge? This time he connects. It's a 17-point lead for the boys in white. Croak looking to generate some late momentum as he finds Klim, who puts up a shot of his own and connects from downtown. Matthias Klim. Rare to see him in action. And the Cascades are immediately going to get that one back. In a game like basketball, momentum can change pretty much at the drop of a hat. I've seen teams trail with 49 seconds to go, down by 7, and somehow still win. Granted, most of those teams were playing the Clippers, but it still says something. Lee there to take it back. Races across center court, looking for an open man. That man is Bastion, who immediately finds Johnson, who puts up a mid-range. Hits the box, but can't quite connect with the net. Wide open, it's Olagola. Out now for another shot. Can't quite connect. Almost halfway through the final quarter, with the Mariners up by a sizable margin, but you can never count out this Cascades team. You saw how they played in the first quarter. Who's to say they can't do it again? And D'Amato draws a foul. D'Amato, he's a strange cat. He's spent 4 years in college, each at a different one. The Melbourne product, spent his high school days at DME Academy. He's gone from the El Camino Warriors to Peninsula. Had a brief stay in Hastings while playing professionally in the playing in a semi-professional league in Australia, before finding his way over to the Mariners, where he looks to become a key part of Kuzminski's offense. Cascades slowly creeping their way back into the game now. Lee with the wide open pass to Bastion, finds Johnson, puts up a 3. Almost had another wedgie there. And now Croak weaves inside the paint for Klim, who puts up one more. Timeout called. Mariners lead by 11. 5 minutes to go. Don't forget to come out here tomorrow afternoon when the Cascades and Mariners run it back at 1 p.m. Pacific. Johnson and Williamson staring each other down just outside the UFV basket. The former will inbound and attempt to put the Mariners up by a greater lead than they currently hold, while the Cascades are looking to build some of that late momentum and take back the dominance they showed in the first half. Johnson waiting, finally finds Bender, who immediately shakes off a couple defenders, finds Madrovic inside, tries to put up a shot, immediately has it taken away. Here comes Croak. And Matthias Klim, wrong place at the wrong time, as Croak throws it out of bounds and awards possession back to the Mariners. We're seeing some kind of adjacent defense here from the Cascades. Bender looking to break it. So far he has. Here comes Johnson. Out now to D'Amato, who tries to put up another three. Can't quite connect, gets two anyway. Make it lucky number 13 for the boys in white. But the Cascades don't quit. Even amidst a sea of humanity, they still find a way to put up shots like that one there from Kurtz. Off goes looks like there was going to be a substitution there. Relatively the same players still on the court. Both sides have 2 timeouts remaining, 4 fouls to their name. Bastion doing a great job defending. Has it broken. Croak decides he's going to put up a shot. Flores tries to corral it, almost puts up a mid-range, can't connect on the other side, unfortunately. Here comes Bender. Bender trying to drive inside, puts up 2 of his own. You can't stop Cam, you can only hope to contain him. It's a 15-point game. Swatted away by Bastion, immediately goes back in the hands, goes out of bounds. That's gonna be Mariners basketball. Croak, Bastion dancing, shot clock winding down, can't quite connect. Bender there to corral it with one hand. Immediately finds Johnson. Johnson gonna weave inside. He's been amazing in terms of shooting tonight. Layton with the spin move shakes off a defender, and the Cascades take it back. They roll in, put up 2 points courtesy of Clay Kurtz. Madrovic finds Layton, far side, back to Bastion. 2:55 to go in the game. Mariners up by 13. Taken back by the Cascades, wide open. Here comes Flores, who puts up 2 of his own. Slowly but surely, the Cascades are chipping away at the once 15-point lead that the Mariners held. Bastion almost lost it, takes it back, finds Layton. Madrovic for 3. That might have been the dagger had it connected. That's gonna go out. And we've got another stoppage. Practically a clean slate for the Mariners. Timeout called, 2:24 to go in the game. Mariners have one more timeout and one more foul. Then the Fraser Valley Cascades. Referees having a miniature conference on the right side of the court. No doubt Kuzminski and Simpson trying to implement a good defensive strategy for the Mariners, as Joe Nevelson and his coaching staff of the Cascades are no doubt trying to break that in as little time as possible. Gardner Minshew's stunt double once again at the line. Sinks his first. Here comes his second to make it a 9-point game. And make it a 9-point game he does. As Bastian, Madrovic left side. Bastian finds Diamato. Out now to Lee, who connects! Back up to 12 for the Mariners, courtesy of Peter Lee. That may be the practical dagger, but you know these Cascades are gonna fight. Aggressive on the glass is Flores. Kicked back out. Williamson almost had a wide open shot there. Everything these Mariners do is a team effort, from setting up plays to shutting down opposing ones to even something as simple as wiping the courts. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Cameron Bender is at the line. He's no longer at the line. Mariners currently leading by 13. Here comes Croak. Finds Klim inside, who puts up two of his own. And this game is closer than the scoreboard would suggest. Bender outside has seemingly a wide open shot. Croak sticks to him. Diamato trades places with Lee, finds Madrovic inside. Back out to Bender. Bender back out to Lee with a shot and 3 points! 82-68 VIU. That may be the game sealer. Short possession there from the Cascades leads to another Mariners chance. Madrovic inside has it swatted away by Olagola. Has it poked away by Bender. Cascades recover. Olagola, Lee steals it back again. Bender left side, curls back out. Finds Lee. Thinks about another shot. Shot clock winding down. Rylan Bastian trades places with Lee. Has his pocket picked by Olagola. Here come the Cascades. Wide open, it's Olagola. Puts up two of his own. Extra point goes awry. Flores capitalized it, makes it 2, 37.7 to go. Bastian finds Lee inside the paint, trying to escape from it. Looking wide open ahead for Diamato, who couldn't connect with it on the other side. Cascades roaring back across, two of their own. We could have a game here. Now here comes Bastion driving in. 2 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. Mariners leading by 10, seemingly with the game in hand, but anything is possible in the Pac West. To potentially ice the game, Bastion does just that. 9 points, can he get the 10th? You bet. (84-74). Cascades getting desperate. They're out of timeouts. Well, the Mariners still hold on to 2. Just over 21 on the game clock, 14 on the shot clock. Could we see a miracle here, or could the Mariners put it away for good? As the huddle breaks and both teams take the court, we're about to find out the answer to that question. Takashi Croak, potentially one last inbound. Hesitates, finds Williamson, puts up 3, can't quite connect. Bastion races back out. That's gonna get called. Mariners basketball, shot clock turned off. That is going to, in essence, end the game. Hair under 16 to go. There's a lot of happy humans here in this building, and I guarantee you none of them are wearing green. And Bastion makes the lead 12, where it may potentially stay for the rest of this game. Lee, a courtesy inbound. Finds Madrovic. Second between shot clock and game clock. They're just gonna dribble it out. Could we see one last shot with that disparity? No, we will not. They're gonna ignore it. And the Mariners hold strong and come back to defeat the Cascades 86-74. Very gritty, very impressive effort there from the Mariners to come back from that first half. That buzzer beater by Lee might have been the turning point and something that the Mariners would use to rally and go on an epic run in the second half to take this 12-point win. But the Cascades are going to be looking for revenge tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m., same place. They're running it back. I will once again be on the call for better or worse. And the Mariners are looking to make it 2 in a row to close out their preseason homestand. For Matt Carter and our entire production team here at Vancouver Island University, I'm Caleb Green. Until next time, good night, and thanks for listening.